Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesus Junk Journals, and we are going on with the Ruth Mini-Journal today. And I've got a couple of papers. I took a sheet of printing paper, just thin copy paper, and cut a couple more pages, tore the edges, and inked them so that I have some blank pages in the journal for people to write on. And so I'm just going to put them here and there. So that's different. And then here are pages from yesterday. And I was going to show you that when you have paper left over on the edge, you just do that and it'll come off. And then also you want to sand over what you've decoupaged, because it'll make it soft. They're real rough if you don't do this, so you want to do this. All right, there they are. I was going to cut, I have this fabric that's kind of this peachy color that I thought would go with it. It's just like curtain material. And I'm going to cut a chunk of it and just put it in the middle of it too, like a page. Let's see if I can cut it without without it getting too crazy. Let's see. And I don't mind if it sticks out on the sides a little bit, because I kind of like messy stuff. I'll cut this finished edge off of here. Let's see what we got here. Something like that. I'm going to have tabs and pieces of lace and things on the edge of the page. Uh-oh, what happened? Did I cut it too short? No, I guess it's all right. So if it sticks out, it'll be okay. So it's kind of crazy. See how, if you can see, let me move this so you can see it better. It's not straight at all, but that's okay. I'm going to have it in there, and I think it will just enhance it. So now let me see if I can put it back in the order we had talked about. Let's see. I wanted this to be the first page, and I actually might let that be the second page, that fabric. And then this is the last page. And then that one I know is next, because, yeah, that's got the picture of the two girls with Naomi. And I think I had just a pretty page, so I'll just put that one in there. And I'll put one of these journaling pages in. And then Naomi. And then here's where she meets Boaz, and then the middle page. And I mean, you can vary. There's no special order, so you can get it in generally the order you want it. And then here's the cover. And I'm going to go ahead. There are a few things we're going to do. I'm debating, like, is this the best time to bind it? But I'm going to go ahead and bind it just because I think it's easier to handle it and keep it in your head what's going on if you bind it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this centered in the cover. Center top to bottom and left to right as best you can. And I'm going to get a couple big clips and a piece of foam, just a piece of styrofoam I got from my Amazon package that I use. I'm going to clip this We want to know where the middle is. So I'm going to get the middle of it. And then you don't want to open it wide up. You want it to be almost shut. It will make a difference. And I'm going to clip it like that. And then I'm going to get my book binding kit out, which you can get on Amazon. Just look for book binding kit, and I think they're like $11 or $12. And it comes with an awl, A-W-L, some wax linen thread. Usually it comes with one spool. I've bought additional spools, so I mean it won't come with all these probably. And it comes with some big needles. They're like upholstery needles or darning needles. And I usually use one of the smaller ones. And then you take 2.5 times the height of your journal. So 1, 2, 2.5. And just smash it with your thumbnail so it's flat and it goes right through, should go right through the eye of the needle. And pull a little tail out about that long. And we're going to poke 3 holes in this. One in the middle and then one on each side. And what did I do with the awl after I showed? There it is. Okay, so I'm going to eyeball this and poke a hole in the center. And I'm going to go ahead and poke my holes. I just put one a little bit up from the top here and a little bit down from the bottom. And we'll see if I can hit those with my needle now. And then you either start in the middle, inside, or outside, depending on where you want the string to tie. I'm going to put it in the middle. I'm going to put that needle down in the middle hole first. Pull it out. And pull it so there's still a tail to tie in the middle here. And then I'm going to go find this hole back here. It's a little trickier when it's cloth. You can always pull the cover back and put it in and then find your pages if it doesn't go right through. This came through pretty easily. So that's good. And pull it tight. And now you want to you go back to this middle hole and catch it just above it in the same hole, but don't touch. You don't want to catch that thread that you've already got in there because it will make it difficult. So poke it in the same hole, but just above that. And then we're going to find this. I'm going to check this and make sure I've got it. Okay, so there's the third one. I'm going to go ahead and wiggle it through. Pull the needle off. And then you tie it in a knot. I do like 3 knots just to make sure that it doesn't slip, because I have had them slip before. And then you can, if you have enough string, you can tie a little bow, or you can glue charms onto this thread, and trim it. And that is it. Okay. And that is bound. So I'm going to put this stuff away. Okay, so that is done and bound. And now we're ready to put some things into, make sure everything's right side up that needs to be. Okay, so now we're ready to start adding some of these things. And one of the things that you're going to want to watch for is a page to glue this in. Make sure you get it right side up. So good thing I looked. And I usually look for my least favorite page just because it's going to cover most of it. So, I mean, that's, yeah, it's okay. See if one just really, probably my least favorite is gonna be that one with the bird. So I think I will glue it there. And you want to glue this away from the spine, because if you glue it right up against it, it's going to bind it. It won't lay right. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, you know what, I think what I'll do before I do that, I want to put some lace on the edges of some of my pages. I think I've got this eyelet, and I was thinking I could just glue that on and then put this over it. So I think I'll do that. So I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for that since it's fabric. Okay, so I'll put that on and let it hang over the edge. Yeah, that looks fine. And then I'm going to put more and then glue my, actually I'll put it on this. Okay, so I'm gluing that over that. And away from the fold so that it will have room to close gracefully. Okay. Okay, so that's glued in. And then I didn't cut these all the way out because I didn't want to lose the order, the order of them. So I'm cutting them out as I go. And I know that the first one is going to want to be at the beginning. And I said I was going to leave this to journal on, so I could do that. And then put this one here. And these are pretty big because it's kind of a lot to say. Now, this kind of illustrates this third step. So I wonder if maybe I should put 2 of these on this page. Maybe I'll do that. And sort of let that be the story page. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a piece of paper or cloth under each one of these to kind of enhance it. I might do that on some of the other ones, but since I've already got one on this page, I don't want to do it on one and not do it on both. So I'm going to just let these be. And I think I'll put it there because I don't like whatever that is. So I'm going to cover it up with, with this. And I'm going to lay it here so it can be flat because otherwise it has to curve. Okay, now this one talks about this illustration where the girls are on their way with Naomi and then she sends them back to their family and Ruth refuses to go. So I think I'll put it up here because I don't really like that sky up there on that painting. So now I'm going to go back here at the very back, and I think I'll put the last step on the last page, and then that gives me room in between to work the rest of these steps in. And this one is where Boaz buys the property and takes Ruth as his wife, and they have a son, Obed, whom Naomi takes care of. He is in the bloodline of King David and Jesus Christ. And I'm going to put that on here. lay that flat. Okay, so now we've got all these other steps to work in. So, since I'm doing this, I might as well get it done. Make sure these are all placed, I think. Okay, so put that up there. Yeah. So we have 32 pages, and I think we have 10 of these, so I have to lay that down flat. They don't need to go on every page, obviously, so I'm going to skip. And the next one tells where she's already met Boaz, and she's telling Naomi about what happened. And Naomi remembers that he's one of the family redeemers. That's actually there. So I think I'll put it over here on this page. And I do have illustrations of some of this on these journal cards too, so. This is where she tells her to uncover his feet. Now let's see, I don't want to have too many pages before we get to the final step. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll put it on that page. And then we've got 3 more. This tells about how he was startled and woke up and found her at his feet, and they have the conversation where she asks him to be the Redeemer, and he's very pleased about it, but he tells her that there's somebody else that's closer relation to them, but that he's going to go work it out. And also the ribbons. Okay, so now the ribbon sliders are these, and this is what he said to her: if he does not wish to redeem you, then I will redeem you, as the Lord lives. So I kind of want that to go there in between, like right after he, so maybe here is where I would want those to go. So I'll put this here. I'm going to put it down here at the bottom. So then we have 2 left, and that is where he explains about the relative. So actually, maybe those go there, and this goes here. Okay, so this one I'm going to put down here. And I'll put it at the top, I think. And actually, I need to do what I said I was going to do, which is maybe put a piece of cloth behind that. So let me look and see here what I've got real quick. Okay. All right, so okay, so I'm going to use Fabri-Tac again. Okay, so I just put that over a piece of fabric. And then this is going to be the ribbon slider page. And then you just have one more story piece to put on. And this is about where he goes to the city gates. So this can go here. And I think I'll get another piece of fabric. I'm going to get something darker, though. I'm going to get a dark green or something. So I'm going to go find a piece of fabric to put behind this one. Okay, well, my sister has equipped me with pretty much every color of fabric. So I'm going to use this behind it. And I just need a small piece. Let's see. I'll put it here. So I'm just going to tear. Just want a flash of color to show behind it, so this should be fine. Okay. Spray it out a little bit. Put that in my scrap box. Okay. And my Fabri-Tac, which is going pretty well actually for Fabri-Tac. I usually have a wrestling match with it, but not too bad. Okay, and then okay. All right, so I've got my story in place. So now I have my ribbon sliders. And actually, I think I will stop on this one and let you bind your journal and catch up with me on this. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.